Hello, hello everyone. It is Susan with Susie Simply Handmade, and I am going to show you how to make a really pretty, very quick and simple crepe paper daisy. You are going to need some white crepe paper, about 2 inches thick by about 24 inches long. And then you're going to need crepe paper in the color yellow, about 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches thick by about 24 inches long. You're going to need a square or a rectangle of green paper. This is going to be the leaf. We're going to cut it in half diagonally and then cut a leaf shape out of it. And you can do about a 3x3 square. And then you're going to need another piece that is about 2.5 by 2.5, something like that. And you're going to fold it up and you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut little V's out of the top of it. So this will be the bottom part of your floral. And then I am using a little tiny strip of crepe paper, about 1/4 inch, a little bit more than 1/4 inch, to wrap my stem and hold everything together. So then you're just going to need some hot glue or whatever your glue of choice is. And that is it. So let's get started. Oh, you are going to need scissors, of course. Now I have a special pair of scissors for flower making. These are by Fiskars, and these are called herb scissors, herb shears. They're yellow. You're just going to fold it up. So let's see if we can do it a little better like this. We're going to cut this really small. This is for the center of your flower. So see how tiny that is? Let's cut our white with the regular scissors. So just take your regular, you want to make sure that you cut those folds at the ends. Okay, and you just want to go a little more than halfway down. You don't want to go too far down, because if you do, you will cut your paper in half and your petals will fall off. So don't cut too far down into your paper. So just cut your paper. You don't want them real thick, maybe 1/8 to 1/4 inch wide. Not too small, not too thick. And again, you want to cut your fold at the end. And then you'll have something when you open it up that looks like this. There's a difference in the way that your regular scissors cut. You know, you can cut wider with them, and then your herb shears cut really small. So that's what you want. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of wire here. This is just a stem that I took off of a faux floral that I got from the dollar store or somewhere, and we are going to just start by gluing this around the top part of this stem. So we're just going to take some hot glue, put it on our yellow, and we are going to wrap. Now the most important part of this is to keep the base of the yellow level and not let it get all uneven as you wrap. Try to keep it wrapped consistently, and I like to just hold mine upside down. It makes it easier as you wrap to keep that level right there at the bottom. Now I just kind of guesstimated the size here that I would need for these pieces, so I think this will work. So I just gave you approximate sizes. You can adjust yours larger or smaller depending on how you want yours to look. Okay, once you get that all wrapped around there, you can kind of just open it up and kind of see what you have going there. It's really pretty, and it's okay that this is thick at the bottom. We're going to cover that. You are going to take this white part and we're going to wrap it around right here at the bottom. And we're just going to go around a couple times as long as the paper will reach. We're just going to keep wrapping till we get it wrapped on there really well. This is one of the most simple flowers you can make with crepe paper. It's very easy. There's just minimal steps to it. And they turn out really pretty, really sweet. You could do a whole vase of them in just, you know, a little bit of time. Where other flowers that you have to actually take time and cut each individual petal, they are a much longer process, although they turn out beautiful. I love making crepe paper flowers of all types. But this one is, like I say, just very, very simple. And it doesn't take much time to create. So that's why I like this one, and I thought you guys would enjoy this fast tutorial. Okay, I probably am going to cut that off. I think that's probably good. You don't need it quite that long. So maybe cut yours about 18 inches or so. Make sure you can do your yellow portion 24 inches, but just do your white part about 16 to 18 inches long. You don't quite need it that long. So we are going to open these up, and let's go ahead and do our green part. We're going to take this part that we cut the little V's in the top, and we are going to wrap this around underneath. Let's go ahead and glue this on. That way it'll kind of hold all of this a little bit better, and I won't have to worry about it trying to fall apart on me while I'm working on the petals. So I'm going to bring this down right along the bottom edge, just along this flat part. So we're going to glue that on. Like see, just along that bottom flat part. You don't want it to come up too high, because then you can't work with your petals like you're going to need to. Okay. Come on now. That's to be contrary. I'm going to cut. Okay, got it. I got it. Now, glue that on there, and then you'll have this bottom part that you're just going to twist. Once you get that glued on there, good. Make sure it doesn't come loose. Glue it on your white part, really good. And then you're just going to twist this bottom section. So see, that will cover that base there, make it look really nice. So once you get that done, let me go ahead and wrap the stem, and then we'll do the petals. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap the stem. That way everything is held. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to start right up here under the very bottom where I started. And we are going to just wrap this with this extra crepe paper. Now I use crepe paper. You can use floral tape if you would like to. I use the crepe paper because it matches. It's the same exact color. Everything blends nicely together, and I don't have to worry about it not matching or looking, you know, the same or whatever. So that's why I use the crepe paper, and it is not sticky, so you do have to use glue. It won't stick to itself like floral tape will, but it stretches and it works really, really nicely. So I do like it. So I do use it a good bit on my florals. So we're gonna just keep wrapping, and like I say, you will need, I better put some glue on that because it'll slip. Cut what you need. Okay, we're gonna kind of roll out these petals. Okay, I'm gonna kind of lay them backwards. Kind of open them up here like a daisy would be. So take like your outer layer, start to open them up. Now you can do this, whoops, I pulled one off. You can do this before you wrap these around if you would like to. It might make it a little bit easier if you do your petals as they're cut on your strip. You could go ahead and work on your, but see how that's opening up and looking so pretty? So that's what you're going to do, is just kind of roll them outward a little bit. So look how pretty that looks. Is that not gorgeous? How sweet, how precious is that? So that's how simple this is. And then we're going to add a leaf. I'm going to show you how to do a little leaf. I think it looks really pretty. Very pretty. Okay, so, and like I say, you may want to trim, if you want to trim your yellow, you definitely can. Just go in, take your scissors, lay them nice and flat in there. Don't cut your white petals off. Just get that center. See that? That's so pretty. So we're going to take the this and we are going to cut it in half. And then you want to flip this to where your veins are running, like this one's running upward and this one's running upward. So I know it looks like you're putting it right back together the way it was, but you're not. It is, you flip it around and make it different. So you're going to run a bead of glue. We're going to run a bead of glue down the center here. And you normally would put a wire down through the middle here to be able to glue it on in when you wrapped your stem, but we're not doing ours like that. So then you have it like that, where your veins are up and up. And then we're just going to cut out our daisy leaf shape, okay? I'm going to do the best I can because I'm not real good at this, but we're going to do the very best we can. Add a little leaf shape here. I didn't get real knobby. It's kind of pointy. We want it round. There we go. So something a little bit like that. And then if you have wire in it, of course you can bend it and shape it and all that. But remember, this is crepe paper, so you can still bend it and shape it because it is crepe paper, so it will hold its shape. So there is the leaf. And then I'm just going to glue mine right here on the side and not worry about adding a piece of wire in there and wrapping it and all that. I'm just going to glue it on. Put your leaf on there. Just glue it on. And it'll kind of hold. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere, really, if you get it on there right. And then just shape it how you want to. Is that not cute? That is so cute. I really, really like this flower. They're so simple to make. If you want to just do a little fun bouquet. And you know what? You can spray these with some essential oil or something like that in your home, and they will hold where they're paper. It will hold. Now be careful because you don't want to stain your white paper, but you could spray these and put them in a vase, and that would smell good. So I'm going to cut just a little strip of paper, and I'll show you. You can wrap it if you want to with just an extra piece. I would just put just a little piece right here at the base of the leaf. Just take a little tiny piece of the crepe paper, put it on there, and then just wrap it at an angle. You want to always wrap it at an angle. It makes it less obvious. It helps it blend into the paper that's already wrapped on there, and you will not notice it once you get it on there. Now make sure that you glue. So you wrap down at an angle, just like that. Your leaf is on there. It is held on with glue and paper, but you can't really even tell where we glued it on, where we wrapped it. My bottom's coming loose. But this is just so simple, and I really hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you'll give it a try. If you do, let me know, because I love it. I think you guys will too. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so, so much. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again with another craft idea very soon. Take care, everyone.